Close your eyes, sit up straight. Let's do this. Okay, sit up straight now. Come on, give me your best. Okay, we're going to breathe now because we want to change our physiology. We want to oxygenate the brain. We want to move energy out of our survival centers from digestion to a state of creation. And remember that central tube that passes up the central axis of your body? It's a real thing. Like a straw now, I want you to take a breath and draw that energy up from your lower abdomen, your perineum, through your upper abdomen, through your chest, all the way through your throat to the top of your head, and hold it at the top of your head. Hold it. And as you exhale, relax. Intentionally participate. Again, come on. I want you to draw it up through your lower abdomen, your chest, through your neck and throat, through your brain to the top of your head, the very top of your head, and I want you to hold it there. And let that build as an energy. Energy follows awareness. And as you exhale, relax. Again, one more now. Come on, draw it up through your lower abdomen, chest, throat, to the top of your head. Draw it up there. Willfully hold it at the top now. Let it build. Hold it. And exhale now. Yeah, we're getting there. Come on. Take yourself a little further. Again, draw it up through your perineum, your lower abdomen, your upper abdomen, through your chest, throat, through your head to the top of your head, and I want you to hold it there. And let it build as an energy. We're releasing energy into the field. And as you exhale, now relax. Again, draw it all the way up through that central axis, like sucking fluid through a straw, all the way to the top of your head. And as you exhale, now relax. Come on, we got to do it again. We're changing physiology now. Draw it up through your lower abdomen, upper abdomen, through your chest, all the way to the top of your head, and hold it there, intentionally sucking energy from the lower part of your body to the top. Hold it. And as you exhale, relax. Come on, a little bit more now. Again, willfully draw it up through your lower abdomen, upper abdomen, through your chest, throat. Pull it all the way to the top of your head. Energy follows awareness. Hold it. Let it build. And now exhale. Surrender to the process. Just surrender and do it. Let's draw it up again through your lower abdomen. Pull it all the way up to the top of your head. Pulling it up through the central axis, through a straw. Hold it. And exhale and relax. Draw it up again through your lower abdomen from your perineum all the way up through your chest, through your throat, through your head to the top of your head. Now, intentionally hold it up there. And this time when you exhale, I want you to surrender that feeling, that emotion into the field. And exhale and relax. Come on, we're changing now. We're changing. A little bit more now. Again, draw it up through that central canal all the way to the top of your head. Come on, participate. Hold it. Just do it. And exhale and relax. Yeah, we're getting there now. Come on, just a few more. Come on, give me your best. Again, draw it up through your lower abdomen, from your perineum, up through your chest, through your throat to the top of your head now, and hold it there. And as you exhale now, release it out of the body. Go to the future. You can't go to the future living in the emotions of the past. Come on again, one more. Draw it up now with all of your intention through your lower abdomen, upper abdomen, through your chest, through your throat. Suck it all the way up to the top of your head and hold it this time and let it build. Hold it. Energy follows awareness. As you exhale now, relax. Now just feel for a minute, just feel. Relax your body into the present. Now just become aware of the space that your entire head occupies in space. The space that the column of your neck occupies in space and the space that it takes up in space. Notice the space that your upper torso occupies in space. Your chest all the way to your shoulder blades, including your ribs, your heart, and your lungs. Can you become aware of the space that that volume of mass takes up in space? can you become conscious of the space that your arms and your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, and your hands occupy in space, and the space that your upper extremities are in space? Can you become aware of the space that your lower torso occupies in space? Your abdomen, flanks, and your back. Can you become aware of the space that volume of energy occupies in space? Just become aware of the space that your pelvis is in space and the space that it takes up in space. Now, can you become aware of the space that your legs occupy in space? Your thighs, your knees, your calves, your shins. Can you become conscious of the space that your ankles and feet take up in space, and the space that your entire lower extremities are in space? Become aware of the space that your entire body occupies in space, and the volume of space that your body occupies in space. Can you become aware of the space around your body and the space that the space around your body takes up in space? Stay present. you become aware of the space that this entire room occupies in space, and the volume of space that this room takes up in space. Stay present. Bring your body into the moment. Relaxing the body into the moment. particles exist in the now. It's time to condition the body to a new experience. It's time to move from the past to the future. There is a potential in your life for a new opportunity. And I want you to begin to signal the body through emotion how you would feel when that new opportunity happens, so the body begins to believe emotionally that the future is happening now. Come on, let go. Let your body believe that it's in the experience because it's emotionally experiencing it. Come on, we're moving into the future. there's another potential for you to exist free from the chains of the old self. That potential exists right now. And I want you to teach your body emotionally what it would feel like so that it begins to believe it's in the actual experience of freedom now. Come on, let go. Let your body feel freedom so that it thinks it's in the experience. There's a potential in the field where you're healthy and balanced. And I want you to signal your body emotionally to feel the joy of how you would feel, so the body begins to be in a future potential now, emotionally. There's a potential for you to have all your needs met and be wealthy. And I want you to instruct your body to experience wealth and the joy of riches ahead of the actual event, so your body thinks it's in the experience. Turning on new genes. Come on, play with me. Open up those pathways down to your body so you feel it. feel it, your body thinks it's in the experience. It doesn't know the difference. It's happening. Now there's a potential in the field for a genius mind and quicksilver thoughts, insights that take you to new horizons, and the electricity that's created from an open mind. Teach your body emotionally the joy and the inspiration of what that would feel like, so the body begins to experience your genius and think that it's in the event now. There's a possibility existing simultaneously in the quantum field of the vitality of a new life, rich with opportunity, an awe for adventure, and a sense of unbelievability where you feel like you're in a dream. How would your body feel if it was in that experience? Communicate with it emotionally so that it thinks it's in the experience now. And when you do, you're connected to that destiny. there's a potential in the quantum field that all your prayers are answered. That possibility finds you. And what level of gratitude could you teach your body to be in? To give thanks for your prayers before they're made manifest. What is the signal that you can create on a cellular level in your heart and in your body, where it begins to think that its prayers are being answered now? There is a real live intelligence within you that observes you, that loves you, that knows everything about you. Creation is emulating this intelligence. I want you to talk to it now, and I want you to ask it that if it is real and that it exists, that you emulated it in any way, that you made contact with it, to ask for a sign to let you know that when you open your eyes, this reality that you're living in looks just like the old reality, except you're in a new line of time, a new destiny, and ask it to bring it in a way that surprises you, that you least expect, that leaves no doubt that it's come from your efforts. Being inspired means to see a future without obstacles, to see a potential without sweating the details, to know that you're connected to a new reality. Lift yourself up and memorize this feeling of possibility and be open in the expectation of the unknown. Slow breath. Bring it all the way to the top. And as you exhale now, release it into the field. I actually saw people smiling. Their body was convinced that it was in the future event. Literally turning on new genes. The body was beginning to change to reflect the future experience. Now, here's my question. Could you see that if you did this every single day, what your body would be in a couple of weeks? Would you begin to realize that those emotions of the past were just old emotions connected to old experiences? Yes? Now, are you starting to understand a little bit more about the 10 steps to change now? Because you're getting a little bit more of an in-depth understanding? Yes or no? Now, I talked about this lady in Seattle. I was driving home from the airport one Sunday afternoon coming from somewhere, and it was about this lady who won $112 million in the lottery. And it was so riveting, I pulled off the side of the road because I didn't want to miss anything. Now here's Tavis Smiley, who I love dearly, interviewing this lady, and I'm going to call him up and say, ask the big questions. He's like, so what happened, She's like, well, I'm kind of one of those people that, I'm kind of metaphysical, kind of spiritual. And so what I did is I just decided, that I want, listen to this, I wrote down the number $112 million. And I decided that I was going to just go into a meditation and focus on that number and then begin to feel like I won the lottery. And I let myself just go and felt the joy of it. She said, and I just forgot. I let it go. I just forgot about it. And she said, and I was, going into a 7-Eleven one day, and I thought, I'll just buy a lottery ticket. She didn't pick the numbers. She just took the lottery ticket, and it hit for $112 million. Now, this lady is so cool because she didn't just take that money and just, bank it. She created organizations to help people to fulfill their dreams. Now, what timeline did she hit when she went into the emotion of winning the $112 million? Did her body begin to think it was in the experience of that event? I need a little bit more than that. And would you agree then that she locked in electromagnetically to a future potential that existed because she was emanating a specific electromagnetic field, connected to that potential, let it go, and boom, she's on this timeline now into a future? I mean, how do you explain that? So then you would agree then, like the stallion who isn't going outside the paddock, we spend most of our life walking around the very boundaries of the paddock, knowing that there's something that's visceral that's stopping us from doing it, and we pay attention to it as if it's something, until you run through and you make your way through, and it was never as bad as you thought. You step on the other side, you create, you dream, you open your mind up, and next thing you know, you're changing hundreds of people's lives. So, when I talk about your body beginning to believe it's in the future experience, what I'm saying is that if you can emotionally feel the joy of a new opportunity, a joy of your wealth, a joy of insightful genius ideas, and feel the thrill electromagnetically in your body, and allow your body to begin to speak the language of the body through emotions, so your body knows that it's in some new event, and if you're focusing on an idea that's connected to it, would you agree that you have mind and body working together? And now are you in a state of being? And if you're thinking about or focusing on or intentionally having an idea, are you freezing circuits or activating circuits in new ways that the brain captures and organizes into a network, and you begin to feel the joy? Your body's actually thinking that that's the experience in the moment. Are you with me? And I saw some of you connect and do it very well. And it's not that difficult to do once you understand that you cannot go to the future and create a new destiny if you hold on to those emotions that keep you dense in the past. So then you would say, well, do I need to analyze those emotions and figure them out? No. You don't even have to think about the event that created them. The moment you think about the event that created them, you're producing the same chemistry in the brain and body so that the body's re-experiencing the event. I always challenge psychotherapists in the lectures that I do and psychiatrists. Forget the event. Just work on the emotion. And how do you change the emotion? You stop embracing it. And because if you're living in that emotion and you're analyzing life within that emotion, you can only analyze it within that subset of chemicals. The moment you're free from that emotion, you look back at yourself and you go, oh my God, what was I doing? Because now you're no longer in that chemical state and you can see who you were. How many people understand? That's called change. So what about then the guy who's been subconsciously hating his father for the last 20 years? He doesn't even have to think about his father, but he lives in hate. It's underneath the surface. And so when someone cuts him off on the road or he's anticipating somebody ripping him off in his life, that hate is just waiting to come out like a poison. But he connects it. He excuses himself presently because of an event that branded him emotionally in the past. Still with me? So all of a sudden, after 20 years of that, he starts getting acid reflux. So he begins to decide, what emotion am I continuously signaling the gene over and over again so that my body thinks it's in the same experience of betrayal? Oh my God, I live in resentment. I live in hate. Oh, why don't I just stop that? Let me think about how I am when I am that way. Let me observe myself. Oh my God, I think that, I say that, I do that. I feel other feelings that come from that. I don't want to do that any longer. Let me review it again. Oh, I'm gonna call on a higher power to help me so it can begin to take it from me. And I gotta stop it. Every time I gotta just become aware and stop it when I do it. And then what can I replace it with? Oh, I'm gonna forgive, I'm gonna love, I'm gonna just see that my dad did his best and he was probably beat up by his dad. Makes total sense to me. I gotta love him. I'm gonna forgive him. The moment he forgives his dad, 5 days later, he has no acid reflux. What did he just do? Didn't he just become a new personal self, that new identity that's no longer connected to those emotions, that's no longer signaling the gene in the same way? Yes? And so every time you lose track of time and space in the meditative process, your personality is off the throne. And that's when that intelligence that's waiting for an opportunity to squirt out and take over and run the show gets a chance to say, thank God it's been 778,000 lifetimes. He's finally out of the way. Let me just help him here. Steps in and it begins to organize things because you're out of the way. You became a nobody for a minute. And then there's those people, and we deal with this. The part that I was applying for in the play, I finally got the lead in the opera, and I've been working on this for months, and it finally happened after the workshop, and oh my God, now I'm afraid to go and take the job. That's like preparing a meal and spending hours preparing it and learning the recipe, and when it comes time to eat, you don't eat it. I said, you dive in there. You wouldn't get it if you weren't ready for it, and enjoy it and live the experience. Now your senses get to experience everything your mind has created. Am I making sense? So then when that opportunity begins to show itself, I had a lady a couple of months ago. She's a patient of ours, and she's just opening up to these ideas, and she's been working on a new job, a new adventure, and she says, well, geez, I don't know. I got this new job. They're going to pay me more. I'm going to travel all along the United States. I work half the time, make twice as much money. I don't know if I should take it. I said, what do you have to lose? You're going to go back to the familiar? You're You're going to stay doing that, or are you going to go on an adventure? Try it out. Try it. What could go wrong? So she tries it out. She got another promotion, and she's doing even less now. I said, a door to a door to a door. Come on. Another lady said, oh, the job that I was working on, you know, this one, I've been working, applying for these jobs, I finally let go, and I just let go, and I just started working from within. I got this new job, and they're paying me $40,000 a year more. Should I take it? I'm like, should you take it? How could that be a question? That's what you've been looking for. So when that opportunity starts showing up in your life, that's when you got to begin to look. Okay, now I'm ready. Don't you hold back and say, oh, well, you know, I was this as a child, or that happened. What just happened? Where did you just go? To the old self again, right? You say, okay, body, we're going to run through this hotline, and there's not going to be a sting. You think there is, but there's no sting. Let's just go. You walk out, and now you're in new pastures and new opportunities.